Szanowna Panie Przewodniczący, z wielką przyjemnością przemawiam na temat wielkiej mapy Szkocji. Presiding Officer, it is a great pleasure to speak on the subject of the great Polish map of Scotland. It's a reminder of the vital role of Polish forces in the defence of Scotland in the Second World War and the hospitality and friendship given by the Poles, to the Poles by the Scots, not only during the war years, but in the decades that followed to the present day. Ta mapa reprezentuje polskie I szkockie więzy.
I think the Great Polish Map of Scotland has considerable cultural significance with regard to the Scottish-Polish community, and it has unique features cartographically as a map as well. It's three-dimensional, but also it was built to be surrounded by water to represent the seas, and contains a network of pipes that allowed the principal rivers of Scotland to flow.
Jan Tomaszek in 1975 commissioned the team of young Polish cartography students to come across and build this map, possibly as a commemoration of the wartime activities in this area involving General Maciek and his 1st Polish Armoured Division, because in fact there was a Polish military staff college at the Barony Castle Hotel during the war, and there are stories about a smaller model map, a military planning map at the time, and the speculation still, because it is only speculation, is that one of the purposes of this map was to commemorate the wartime activities of the Polish 1st Armoured Division. You'll see the water run into the pipe, and that will be the supply to the map.
Doesn't look too impressive, but it will. We've just opened the intake valve at the other end, which is what, about 60-70 metres away, and as you can see it's quite dirty at the moment, but in a moment that is going to expand and expand, and there'll be a huge flow of water coming out of it. And the idea is to reconnect these pipes, and that will then take water to the map, which will give us the sea. It will give us water that we can pump round the map to give the lochs, the rivers, everything else. It'd be amazing. And you see it's already beginning to build up.
A young team of Polish students came across, led by Kazimierz Trafas, and with the help of local labour and Jan Tomaszek's staff, they built this map in a very short time.
Mój stosunek jakiś emocjonalny do tego miejsca jest powiedzmy troszkę może inny niż każdego innego przechodnia. To jest chyba naturalne, no skoro twórcą tego, realizatorem tego pomysłu był mój brat, który był, prawda, już nie żyje w tej chwili, ale jako kartograf, on to potraktował bardzo zawodowo. To nie tylko chodziło o to, żeby, prawda, tutaj w sposób emocjonalny stworzyć jakiś taki symboliczny pomnik tych relacji polsko-szkockich, tylko to było pewne wyzwanie takie merytoryczne, żeby dokonać odwzorowania trójwymiarowego w odpowiedniej skali za pomocą odpowiednich przyrządów, za pomocą metod kartograficznych, coś, co będzie jakimś trwałym śladem i pewną atrakcją miejsca, w którym to się znajduje.
Generating accurate maps on unusual surfaces is now a relatively straightforward process. You can use computer-based stenciling, laser cutting and etching techniques, but in the 1970s this was a very different situation. It was very difficult to do, and it involved a considerable degree of surveying and measurement. Therefore it really is a remarkable construction. Scotland's iconic mountains have been very carefully modelled. For example, the cobbler, Ben Arthur, is captured in its essential form rather than simply being produced from contours or numerical height values. This suggests that a particular level of cartographic skill and technical excellence went into the project by the Polish cartographers who created the map.
The plan was to secure funding from the Heritage Lottery Fund for the restoration of the object. And one of the main conditions is that the public has to have free access to the monument, which was restored with the support from the HLF. So I came with an idea that we should make sure that the object is protected legally. The best way to do it is to secure listing from Historic Scotland.
This could form if we restored it, we could use it as the catalyst for education and as a tourist visitor attraction.
Unfortunately, the condition of the map is deteriorating. Some of the sections are in good condition, still painted with the red or green that presumably was its original surface. However, much of the model is cracked and some sections sadly destroyed. Part of this is due to the method of construction. It seems to have been constructed using metal cans and bricks to form the basic structure, and these have been cemented over, and this combination has contributed to the deterioration that's taken place.
You'll see working parties at the moment concentrating on clearing rubble from the map so that we can prepare it for eventual repair and reconstruction. We got the support of local schools, local community groups, and particularly our local member of the Scottish Parliament, Christine Graham.
I'm hoping that the Scottish Government will, if necessary, though money is very tight, help them to restore this wonderful raised, people have to understand this map is enormous. It's not a little map on the wall, it is a huge raised three-dimensional portrayal of Scotland in an enormous area. If they realise how wonderful it will be when the waters flow back down, gravity-fed waters flow around it again, how striking it will be, and we'll go and visit it, and I'm sure it will become a huge attraction for everybody.
So I think for all these reasons, because it is such a unique monument, it is of considerable importance to the Scottish-Polish community, and because it's in such bad condition, we do urgently need to do something to preserve it for future generations.